Are you thinking about making a move to Kyle, Texas? Well, we're going to show you some homes in the $300,000 to $400,000 price range today, so you can get an idea of what you might be looking for. Hey everybody, my name is Rob Novak, your Hays County Realtor. We're here in beautiful Mary Kyle Hartson Park in the middle of downtown Kyle today to show off Kyle a little bit so you can get a good idea of what we have to offer here. So like I said, we're going to look in the $300,000 to $400,000 price range because that's about where our median price is for resale homes, right at $360,000 for the median price on the resale homes. That gives you a 198 per square foot price per square foot and a 2005 median square footage for the whole home. So it's going to be a good size house, at least a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, probably some 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, depending on the configuration. But that's going to be about what you're going to find here in Kyle. So let's go take a look, and if you stick around at the end of the video, I'll give you some stats for closed prices and what you were looking at in that realm as well. So let's go take a look at the homes right now. Our first home is in the Kensington Trails neighborhood here in East Kyle. It's a very conveniently located neighborhood. You're right next to the hospital, right near Walmart, HEB, really the major commerce center here in Kyle. So very convenient. It's also right next to the elementary school that your kids would go to if you had kids in elementary school. But it's a very typical neighborhood, very of the style here in Central Texas. But we're taking a look at this home right here. It's listed at $309,000 and it is a 1438 square foot single family home. So that gives it a price per square foot of about $215 per square foot. Now, the home itself is a 3-bed, 2-bath. You can see it's been updated a little bit. We've got stained concrete floors, which you can find fairly commonly throughout here in Central Texas as a design choice. And I think the real gem of this house is going to be the backyard, where they've got a beautiful deck and a pergola and some great space for the shed that they have there, as well as possibly even a pool or a trampoline, as they say in the description. But it's a great layout here. 3 beds, 2 baths, $309,000 here in the Kensington Trails neighborhood. And we'll go around, we'll take a look more at the rest of the neighborhood for right now. For this house, we are in the Plum Creek neighborhood taking a look. We'll just kind of show you a little bit here of the neighborhood. It's really desirable. It's kind of the original master plan community that I feel like set off the population boom here in Kyle. But you can see there's a lot of mature trees, some coastal architecture is kind of what we like to call it. Most of the homes are going to have all siding on the sides, so not a whole lot of masonry, brick, or stone that you see in a lot of other places. It was a choice by the original developers to have that kind of coastal feel. But let me show you the home that we're going to be looking at today right now. It's this navy blue beauty right behind me. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath plus an office, listed at $350,000. So that puts it about $202 per square foot, a little above the median, but not too crazy. We'll take a look inside. You'll see that they've done some upgrades for the flooring, and it's a nice open floor plan as well, kind of in the living, kitchen, dining areas. And so it gives you a really great feel here on this corner lot. So it's a little bit bigger than a lot of the other lots here in the neighborhood. But we'll take a look around. We'll show you the neighborhood a little bit and why people love Plum Creek so much. So our final stop is going to take us to the Amberwood neighborhood, which is another very popular neighborhood here in East Kyle. Again, very conveniently located, similar to Kensington Trails. You're right near the middle school, so if you've got kids in middle school already, this would be a great choice for you. We're going to look at this final home right behind me over here, this beautiful red brick home on a nice huge corner lot. It's listed at $397,000. It's about a little under 2,400 square feet. So it's huge. 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. All the bedrooms are upstairs, and then you've got a half bathroom downstairs for guests. This is a pretty typical configuration. It's also not uncommon to find homes with the primary bedroom downstairs as well. But this one's got all the bedrooms upstairs. You've got some amazing natural light coming into the living space, which is huge. Kitchen is massive. I think this is a chef's dream in here. And the backyard is also a very good size. You could fit a new deck, pools, anything really back there that you needed. So this is an amazing choice, amazing home. Again, at $397,000. So it's listed, I think the price per square foot is about $167 per square foot. So that gets you well below the median price per square foot here in Kyle. Kensington Trails, again, a very well-loved neighborhood by folks. It's got a pool and a lot of area to walk around in as well. So very typical of the neighborhoods that you'll find here in Kyle. Let's take a look and drive through the neighborhood. And we're back in the office here to take a look at those market stats I told you about earlier in the video that we were going to go over here. So I just pulled up a search in the Austin MLS here for Kyle, looking at closings in the last 90 days for a single family residential house.
that is a resale. So we're not looking at new construction or anything like that. That can like throw these stats off a little bit. But looking at resale, we can see here, I'll kind of walk you through this chart. Sorry, it's not prettier, but this is kind of the best way I can show it. So over here on the left, you've got this minimum, maximum, average, median here. And then we go across here, beds, baths, square foot, lot square foot, all that good stuff. So we'll go through each one here. So obviously over here, looking at beds, your median's going to be 3, right? 3 beds, 2 baths. That's going to be your median, pretty standard. I mean, there are larger houses with more, like it says here in the last 90 days, we had, 1 6-bedroom, 4-bath house for 4,053 square feet. There are larger houses as well, but last 90 days, that's what closed. So we're looking over here at list price. Let's take a look here at this section. So minimum of 60,000, maximum 775, average 349, median 329. So of the homes that we went through, we had, below kind of at median and then the high end of the $300,000 to $400,000 scale. Generally, those are going to be, smaller lots, of course, at 0.165. Generally, it's going to be like a 40 to 50 foot wide lot with 120 feet deep. That's most of the lots that are going to be in kind of the Kyle area. If it's in a regular lot and block neighborhood, if it's outside of one of those, and it could be, half an acre up to a couple acres, like here the acreage, the largest lot for a residential with a home on it was 2 acres in the last 3 months. Now, that's not to say that there aren't larger lots in Kyle. We're just not looking at raw land right here, which we could look at if people are interested. And then this is kind of obviously the most important stat that we want to look at, close price. So a minimum of 45, max of 684.9, average 342, median 328. So anywhere in that kind of 320 to 350 range is going to be pretty average pricing for the Kyle area. So that's what I would expect to pay for kind of an average normal house. Obviously, there are larger and more expensive options, but generally this is the range you're going to be in. Now, I would like to draw your attention to these other couple of sections right here. So this first one on the left is CP, or closed price to listing price ratio. So you can see here the closed price to listing price ratio median is 99%, average 98%. So we're very close here, meaning that homes are pretty much going for what they're listed for at the time that they're going under contract. So, of course, there could be some deals to be had, but these, this average and median ratio tells me it's few and far between. You're really going to be paying about what the house is listed for. But far more interesting here is kind of taking these two columns together, and that's closed price versus the original list price and the average days on market. So obviously minimum is going to be no days on the market, but the max is almost a year here, and the average and median are between 1 to 2 months. So it's really important if you're a seller that you want to make sure that first price is your best price, because we're seeing a little bit lower here on the median and average closed price to original list price. 94.25 on the average, 96% on the median. So that tells me that, the homes are sitting a little bit. So, and then they're, making price adjustments for that. So if you're a buyer in the market, you can be a little patient. Maybe you could take a little bit of risk. I wouldn't take too much. Make sure it's calculated. We can help you do that and decide if it's worth waiting a little bit to see if they might drop it again. But in general, 94.25% average. I mean, you're that's pretty much list price, at these prices as well. So you're not getting a whole lot if you're waiting, right? 94 to 98. It's not that big of a difference. So once you're in the market, you are kind of paying what the list price is. But if you're able to come across some listings that have been on for a while, you might be able to, either wait for them to go lower or just go ahead and offer them a little lower, see if they might take it, depending on how long they've been on the market and how soon it's been since the last time they reduced the price. So just some interesting stats for y'all. If you have any questions about these or want to know more, you know where to find me. Just go ahead and drop us a line, leave a comment, give us a call, send us an email. All the information is in the description and I believe on the screen here as well. So we'd love to help you out. We'd love to talk about the market and see how we can make your real estate dreams a reality.